Today, I'll talk about Black Hawk Down, which came out 2001 and is directed by Ridley Scott. So, Ridley Scott is a very well-respected director and I do enjoy his movies. So, seeing this movie, I was expecting something big and I would say he did deal on that. The movie is based on an actual event where 100 US Army Rangers were dropped down on Mogadishu to capture key targets from a ruthless warlord. This movie seems to have a cast of many famous actors, and most of them do a good job, and are most of the movie. They don't show up in 1 minute and then leave, they actually are in the whole movie. Black Hawk Down sticks to the facts about what happened in Mogadishu, and it doesn't romanticize it. The viewer will notice that there's not really one main character in the movie, and this shows that the film focuses more on what happened in Somalia instead of the character's personality or struggles. And another important aspect of the film that makes it so great is that the cinematography is very good. Not only was the setting of the film accurate to the real happening, but the way the movie was filmed is great because it seems like someone is running along the battle scene and getting everything on tape, almost like the camera would actually be a part of the battle. In addition, the movie contains small aspects that one may not notice, but adds to the actual battle. For example, some bullet shells that fell from a helicopter fell into one of the soldiers' vests, and we see how he tries to get it out because it's very hot. This small detail makes the movie that more realistic. I have to mention though that the movie is very young US Army and patriotic. The film never stops shouting about how heroic and upright the US soldiers are, and in fairness, those involved deserve respect. But the film ignores the fact that a significant number of those involved in the rescue and the fighting were actually Malaysian troops. The film early on has Hornet's character express respect and interest in the Somali people. But the film doesn't. There's no backstory about the country, and there's nothing to suggest that this country is anything other than armed gangs of angry black people who are killing the good soldiers. An anti-war film shouldn't really paint one side good and the other side bad in a situation like this. And that was the point I understood, that the film wasn't trying to be an anti-war movie, it was a pro-USA movie. It is a shame that the film spares no thought for these people. Yes, they did kill US soldiers, but the US soldiers killed 1,000 of them during their rescue mission. There's nothing wrong with the film trying to make the US soldiers as heroes or good people, but it just totally ignores the fact other than a caption at the end. And the caption may as well read 1,000 of them died too, but they weren't Americans, so screw them. The film's core is the dramatic and violent rescue mission, and I can't forgive them making it an all USA operation, given the fact that it's a US film. Other than the obvious young US Army rhetoric, the movie is very realistic. When they are shooting at each other, they don't always hit. We see them take cover, we see them get shot and just continue on. We see them have a limited ammo supply, and the damage on people is realistically portrayed. There's a scene in the movie where they're trying to save a soldier that has been shot in the thigh, which is very well done. My medical officer in the army always mentions that scene when he's educating how to deal with gunshot wounds. This movie I will recommend for the realistic battle scenes, but if you are looking for a complex story, don't expect one. This movie is very biased and it kinda has a main bad guy at parts. So if you wanna see some mindless action, then give it a watch if you're bored.